Hi everybody. Today a video for explaining the difference between the mindfulness that we are talking a lot in that moment of sanitary crisis, anxiety, and all these fears relative to too much thinking, too much stress and anxiety. As a French, I will try my best to explain in English the main difference between sophrology and meditation, and I will take the example of mindfulness that has been developed by John Kabat-Zinn, who make a very clear protocol on mindfulness, and it's true that it's very famous today, but I think it's also important to explain what is sophrology and why sophrology can really help in that crisis, and also by day to day, because there's some difference between mindfulness and sophrology, and specifically when you are closed in your house, you cannot go to group, and if, for example, if you have children, or if life can not allow you to have a super zen garden or a super nice house to meditate, it's difficult to do sometimes mindfulness or other things. So I will, in the first part, explain what is sophrology, and explain also the common point between the two methodology, and at the end I will explain what sophrology can really brings for you in your day-to-day life. And also, for sure, in next few days I will put some video on example of sophrology, and a real class of sophrology, for example, I don't know, half an hour of sophrology, to give an example to in which kind of state of mind you can achieve after 1 hour of sophrology. First, this method actually has been invented by A.Caycedo, who is a Neuro-Psychiatric. In the 70s, he was a lot worried about all the drugs that the patient in France and Spain, they were taking for anxiety or stress reduction. And he was like a searcher, and also someone who loves traveling, and he traveled to India, Japan, China, and really passed time to explore these oriental techniques. And when he came back to Madrid, he went, he built the first university, actually, scientifically, on sophrology, and he was mixing all this technique of hypnosis, techniques from yoga and meditation that he has studied when he was traveling. So as a scientific, he really developed a method for people, actually, that can really by themselves train and have a better life. And he was also influenced by phenomenology. In France, we talk about that, is philosophy like Husserl, who has a lot developed that. So he make his own theories scientifically, actually, has John Kabat-Zinn did after the 80s, but Alfonso Caicedo actually was very involved with people. And the methodology works because now it's 50 years, after he made the first university, and now we find sophrology in France everywhere, in hospital, for preparation when you go pregnant, or you can use sophrology for anxiety, for stress reduction. Also in sports, we find sophrology to achieve, for example, tournaments or match, whatever, to perform. We use sophrology also for concert. In hospital in France, we have a lot of tools give to patient to manage actually the the pain. So now we have more than 50 years of experience, and sophrology in France is everywhere, and a lot of people using it actually also for burnout, depression. So what is the difference between meditation and mindfulness? It's true that in sophrology you can use sophrology just to be relaxed and meditate, because we have a protocol that clearly first you work your body, you body scan, as the mindfulness did also. And then you can also meditate with sophrology, because Alfonso Caicedo went to Japan, and he was very involved with Sazen. So we have in a protocol, actually a complete protocol called RD3, who is relaxation, dynamic relaxation from third degree, who is talking about the Sazen method actually. But for me, the main difference between sophrology and meditation is that with sophrology you can really go deeper, and for me it's very easier to practice every day, because you don't need really a teacher, and once you know how to go to modify state of consciousness. I hope the traduction is fine, but it's when your consciousness is just below the sleep. In sophrology, it's not hypnosis. In sophrology, we work on another level, who is called the level sophroliminal. Here you have the level of hypnosis, under you have the sleep. And sophrology actually is a definition of the consciousness in harmony. And we work on that state of consciousness